School in my time, you learnt school as a 6-year-old. You looked at plants and bunny rabbits and things, and jolly good too. But when I got to school, it wasn't that. I mean, I went to a grammar school, and grammar school meant you learnt Latin grammar. I learnt Latin grammar. Amoa, masa, mata, masa, martis, and manta. But you don't know what that means. No, you don't do it. Well, you see how the world has gone to pot. Anyway, couldn't be less useful. I mean, and I learned history and arithmetic and religion. When there was a religious program, there was nothing about natural world until I was 16. And so what I learned about the natural world, I learned from going in the countryside. And the countryside is more difficult to get into for kids than it was in the 30s. You know, definitely. I could just get on a bicycle and be in the countryside in 20 minutes. And I could see butterflies, I could eat dragonflies, I could watch cuckoos calling, and so on. I could see foxes strolling around. You know, that was great. I could collect fossils. And kids these days find it quite difficult to do any of those things. Well, it's a mistake to go there again and again and again. I mean, I can think of lots of places I would love to go to again, but they aren't the places I was that I'm talking about. I mean, they've gone. I mean, we were the first people to film the Komodo dragon in 1950, 55. At least the first professional people. There have been one or two, some Americans took a film, but and then it took us weeks to get there. Nobody knew where the island was. We've gone up coral reefs and wrecked, and we eventually got there, and we eventually found this wonderful lizard and filmed it and so on. And the people there was only about, I don't know, perhaps 50 people lived there in a tiny little village on the bay. Nobody else. You know. And I went back, I suppose 20 years later. And there were already signs saying no smoking and this way to the dragons, and you know.
That's really sad, really
upsetting. So it's sad.
Wow.
And so you say to yourself, am I responsible? Is it because of me that landscape? Well, I don't think it is, because other people than me would have found what that was. But it's a function of the fact that there are now 3 times as many people on Earth as when I first started making television films. Well, I mean, I've certainly slept walking through the rainforest in South America, and all you do is take a sheet of plastic, about 12, 15 feet square, and lay it out on the floor and lie on it and go to sleep. And snakes don't like travelling over that sort of smooth plastic. So all you do is get faintly wet, but that's about all. I love Birds of Paradise, and I film Birds of Paradise, and I would be happy to go on filming Birds of Paradise once a year for the rest of my life, really. But yeah, I think if I had to choose one, that would be it. Did you know that you could swim down the main blood vessel of a whale?
Wow.
You could swim into its heart.